Are you ready to see my biggest grocery haul that I have ever filmed for you all? Well, here it is this week. I'm Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving, and I am shopping for my family of 6. And I normally use a $475 monthly budget, but this week I'm going a little higher than my typical trips because it's Memorial Day week, which means there are great meat sales. Now, I have to confess, I looked at the previews last week and I saw that ground beef was $2.99 at Kroger, which was okay. But there wasn't any deals in the Meijer preview, which I was really disappointed by. In the past good old days, you could always get ground beef for around $1.79 or $1.99 this time of year. I was hoping for $2.49, but I just didn't see it. Well, Tuesday I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Meijer ad because this is really unusual. And you know what? It was different than the preview that I had seen. And they were running ground beef, buy one get one free. Now that worked out to my $2.49 a pound. It is $4.99 a pound, but when it's buy one get one free, then the price drops. So I headed in to stock up on ground beef, and I did a big stock up already on Tuesday. I stocked up again today when I went to Kroger and Meijer. So I want to show you all those trips and what I'm doing to save money and why I'm stocking up so much now, why I think you should too. But let's just jump into it. I'm going to start by showing you the first trip I did to Meijer, and then I'll show you today's trips to Kroger and Meijer, and then stay tuned because I do want to talk about how you can maximize your savings too and where I am budget-wise for the month of May. All right, I headed into Meijer for the first time this week. Super excited about the meat deal. So before I get to all those details, let's just talk about the other things quick. All right, there was a buy 5, get $5 off. You can mix and match. So the Cheetos ended up being $1.89. The lemonade was $1.69. And then the Sweet Baby Ray's Ranch was $1, barbecue sauce was $1.15. So I grabbed those things. I had a printed coupon from Meijer for a free bottle of ranch, either the smaller size or the larger. Of course, I grabbed the larger. And then I had $1.50 off a 3-pound bag of apples. These were $5.69 for 3 pounds. So thankfully the coupon took it closer to 4. Apples have just gone up so much, it seems. All right, but the reason I went in, and I will go back, as you'll see in these videos, but the ground beef was on sale for buy one, get one free. So it's normally $4.99, okay? And then I tried to make sure the packages were really close weight-wise when I got that. So this was like a 362, and then of course this one's upside down, 367. I had a couple that I actually matched perfectly, thanks to them. This one was 381, and this one was 381, so exact same prices. All right, so I did this 5 times. I stacked them together on the weight limits, and as soon as I scanned them, the other price came off. So if you do it that way, it really works nicely. Just try to find them as close as you can to each other to maximize your savings, because it will take the lower price off when you're doing the buy one get one free of the pair. Okay, so I grabbed all this meat. It ended up totaling up to 35 pounds 35.95, so almost 36 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to freeze it. We'll talk more about that. But here was the other thing. I also had a $5 off M-Perk reward this time. I had a $3 off $18 meat purchase. Check your M-Perks if you have that one. And then I had a printed $2.25 coupon off ground beef. So all of those came off as well. So the retail total of this ground beef would have been, if I had paid the $4.99, would have been $179.39. But I paid today $79.86, which works out to $2.22 a pound. So I'm thrilled about that. But even at $2.49, it's still a great price, and I will definitely be going back. All right, but for this first trip to Meijer on this ground beef, until I deal with all this and everything here, I spent $92.58 at Meijer. Now let me show you what I got at Kroger and Meijer later this week. We'll start with the Kroger trip. They have some really great weekly deals. All right, so the LaCroix was $2.49 a container. I bought the limoncello is my favorite, got 3 of those, and then a raspberry and a key lime back there. So I grabbed those. Eggs, 18 eggs, are you ready? Are $1.99 this week. So yes, I did buy my limit of 5 because we're getting ready for a bunch of company to be coming in about a week and a half. So I wanted to make sure I was all stocked on eggs to do hard-boiled eggs, some potato salad. We're gonna do breakfast tacos a couple times, so I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of eggs. So I went ahead and grabbed my limit of 5. Cheese was $1.49. All these deals, if you're not familiar with the Kroger deals, are good if you clip the digital coupon. And you can get up to 5. You don't have to get 5. So cheese was $1.49. This was true on shredded, blocks, or slices. I grabbed the blocks. Happened to find some more clearance bread. This time I grabbed a Hawaiian bread. I will freeze that for sandwiches when company's here. And then grabbed a cheap loaf of white bread for Uncrustables for the last couple days of school for my kids. Wipes, the package, it was $4.99 for the 3-pack, so $1.67. Grabbed one of those. Apples were $4.49, but I had a $1 off coupon, so it took it down to $3.49, which I'll take. That's about as low as it seems to go lately. Ice cream was actually $1.99 this week, so I went ahead and bought 5 different kinds. We have a tub of vanilla already in the freezer. Again, this is for ice cream when company comes, so lots of choices there. And then sour cream was 99 cents. And yes, I know I get this question all the time. We really do go through a lot of sour cream. We do baked potatoes probably once a week. We do tacos regularly. And again, when we have company coming, we're going to be doing both of those things. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty. And this is good till end of July. So 2 months out. You can freeze sour cream if you need to, and it will work and thaw just fine. I typically just keep it in our freezer because we go through it pretty quick. So for everything here at Kroger, after the digital deals, and I actually had $3.50 of cash back rewards, I decided to go ahead and redeem here. And then, so at Kroger, my total was $53.16. Not bad for everything I feel like I got there. Some really good deals. And then at Meijer, I went to a different Meijer because I needed to find some sandals for my 5-year-old. And it's really hard to find nice church sandals. So they actually had these finally. They didn't have any at the other one, just cute. And they were actually 30% off. So I got them for $14, which that was great. And then they had the ground beef. Now here's the thing. It wasn't advertised there. And their packages actually were a little larger. They were almost 5 pounds on some of these. So they didn't have as much, wasn't advertised, but I did it twice. I did the deal again. I tried to really match pound wise. So that was a $23.30. This was $23.80 to maximize the savings. And it came off at the register instantly as soon as I scanned. So it works. Just go ahead and know that when you're getting the ground beef. So I grabbed those packages there. And then I grabbed actually 6 cartons of this onion soup mix. I like to mix it into when I'm forming hamburgers. We've decided that tastes really good, just simple, and I toss a package in basically to one whole, like around 3 pounds. I use a package just for some flavoring there. So I went ahead and restocked because I was all out after making hamburgers with the ground beef that I had from the other day. So for these things, for the hamburger and the onion soup mix, not counting the shoes obviously, at Meijer I spent $51.94. All right, let's flip around and talk about where this takes me for the month of May then. Okay, who else is excited to have a good deal on meat again? Have you stocked up? What's the best price you are seeing around you right now with Memorial Day sales? I hope that you have a good deal somewhere. Whether it's a Meijer or anywhere else, just check. This is the time to look for deals, especially on ground beef, hot dogs, brats, any of those type of things that you would use for grilling out over Memorial Day weekend. They all freeze. So it really is a great time to stock up because, yes, it's a ton of meat right now, but that means I don't have to go out and pay $4.99 plus a pound because I will have meat in my freezer. Would it be helpful if I showed you how I freeze my ground beef? Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that, just so you can see. I mean, this is obviously a lot of ground beef, and I have to say, I don't think I'm done. I'm going to go back again. But would that be helpful to see if I showed you that in a video? Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see it. All right, I pulled out my list. So after Kroger and going to Meijer twice this week, my weekly total was actually $197.68 for those 3 trips. That's, I think, the highest it's been in a long time that I can remember spending that much in a week because it takes my monthly total for the May. Normally I budget $475 a month, and my total for May is currently at $547.35. So I'm over budget. I definitely am, by like $75. And you know what? Like I said, I'm still going to go back for ground beef. And here's why. I have been under budget every month so far this year. And for most of last year, I stayed under budget as well. I'm okay with going over budget. I will move things around in our budget wise just to make it work. But for me, it is 100% worth it to go ahead and go over budget this month and stock up so that I don't have to worry about buying ground beef for a while. We use ground beef pretty regularly. Ground beef and chicken are our main two meats that we use. So I'm going to use it and I'm going to freeze it. Some smaller packages raw, some I do hamburgers, some I cook and brown. Like I do a lot of things for the freezer, but having that meat in the freezer just gives me a lot of flexibility meal-wise for the months to come. So again, if that would be helpful and you want me to talk more about that or show you what to do, let me know in the comments. And I would love to know what prices you are seeing around the country for Memorial Day weekend and what meat deals you're finding. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe and stay tuned. I do share a weekly grocery haul every Thursday and I'd love to have you here and join us.